Hello, everybody. It's your boy Jeremy Mansfield here with another YouTube video. Obviously, I've been with the last video. I gave you an update that this was going to be on hold and that I was going to try and find a way to create content with this video. I am going to be able to create this content for you, arena gameplay, whether it be like every other day or like once a week or something like that. Um, and then I will be creating like another playlist of like content like overall in general of like the formats, my collection that I have and stuff like that. Like that kind of content will be on a different playlist, and then this will just be arena gameplay playlist. Since now I have finally found what I have been looking for this whole entire time. So obviously, like I've played a little bit off of camera, like 2 to 3 games, and I got one more green or red to go through, 11 more black or red, and then 10 more blue or green. But I am going to be playing my deck that I've kind of reconstructed and I've done pretty well like 2 months ago. I haven't played much since because this kind of because I have a laptop and not like a PC or whatnot, it kind of overheats my laptop like pretty quickly, even with a fan underneath it, or even if I put it like on top of a tabletop or something like that. So I play it every now and then. Obviously, like you've been seeing my PS4 gameplay, I play that a lot and all that stuff. So this is kind of like I'm not gonna say like my last resort, but sometimes when I'm feeling like I really want to play Magic again, and obviously we can't right now with this coronavirus, that I go on to Arena and play some Magic. It may not be like my everyday game, so to speak, but in order to create content for you guys, I'll be playing more than what I have been, which is good because then it brings in more games into my channel, and also it helps me like get into like a set schedule of playing different games, and that way I'm not kind of like bored out of the same games over and over again. So like I said, I've bought like the Planeswalker box like at a game store, which was Ajani's inspiration because Ajani is the Planeswalker, so to speak, so the main guy. So that's who we are. And I'm going to be playing ranked, standard ranked, because all these cards are in standard. And obviously, when it comes to my content and stuff, I'll be going over like formats, um, gameplay, so to speak, and then like overall like cards and what symbols and all that good stuff when it comes to like through either like through a PowerPoint or whatever I can do. So let's get into the game. All right. Hopefully this doesn't take long. Sometimes it takes really quick, like that, and sometimes it may take a few more seconds than this. Um, so right now I'm on the lowest it can be as a bronze. I did 2 months ago get to like the silver. Obviously I'll be playing more, so then you can see uh, as I rank up. I've won a game. So like with this, if you don't really know, you're trying to look at your 7 cards. Do you want to keep it? Since I have a 3 mana, like the only thing I would do that on my second turn, which I would gain 2 life, and then I could do that, which I'm going to mulligan because it's really all right. So now I got 1 mana source, and I got hopefully I get another land, so to speak. So I'll just keep the 6, and then I have to take away a card, which I'll do the 6 drop instead of the 1, 2, or the 3 drop. So great, I got another land from that, and so I will drop that card since it is a 1 drop, meaning that these like star looking things or with a 1 means any color and the star. But obviously, since I'm all mana white, that I don't have to worry about it with the different colors. And so with this, I got a few options. I can either do this, which will be like a 2/3, or this with the double strike. I'm going to do the double strike, but even though I should probably do this, and since This guy is a power 3 or greater. He cannot block this, so I'm going to attack. He's going to lose 1 life, and I'm going to gain 1 because of the lifelink. If you don't know what lifelink is that whatever damage I do to a player, I get back in return. So obviously it's only 1 life, but still it's a good thing. So now he has a plains and a red deck, which may be not that good. Which obviously, as I could see, that is. So now I got 3, so now I got a few options whether I can do 2 cards with lifelink or Prescience Operator or him. I'm probably going to do him because it's whenever another creature enters or dies, you gain a life. So I'm going to play that card, and it is a 2/4. Now, what sucks with this is like I could attack this. This guy can't block, but this guy and this guy can block. And then him, he's a double strike, so you could kill him or kill him. So I'm just only going to attack this because then he's technically a threat, so to speak, because he has double strike. So that person's gonna die because of the double strike. They're both just gonna equal out, and I also will gain a life because that creature died. So it's all in all a good thing. Okay, so that's exiled. So what exiled means is that that card can't come back. No, I'm not gonna block. I'll just lose the 1 life, go back to 20. So now I did not get another land, so it kind of sucks, but I think I'll do the Impatient Orator, meaning whenever another creature, I can attack that. Whenever a creature enters in the battlefield, I gain a life, and it keeps happening until obviously that card dies. So, and now if that were to die during his turn, I have another one to back it up, but hopefully I get another card because I would like for it. Now flying, obviously I have no flyers or destroying pieces, so I really can't destroy what his card is, which kind of stinks. Oh, which now that made that a 3/1. So it's like if I were to block it, and it's not a lifelink, so I'm not going to block it because I want to keep creatures coming in. Okay, sweet, I got another land, but still, if I were to put this card in, I can't put this card in, so I'm going to put this card in, gain the life, and then next turn I'll put the 2 creatures with lifelink. I am not going to attack because I guess it helped them gain trample and it gains vigilance if it's white. So vigilance means that they don't tap, in which that kind of sucks. So this may be a long haul. I guess every turn he gets to do it, so he's going to do it to that card. Which I'm probably going to block that one because I can't block that one. And this one, I gain lifelink, so I gain a life and lose. I just overall lose 1. And then he loses a creature. Unless if he has something that can back it up with his 3 cards, which I feel like he does, because otherwise it would have just went through animation. Because he has open mana. Yeah. So instead, I guess I sacrifice this instead of. So overall, I'll gain 2 life because of the 2 creatures. Oh, now I got another land. And then I'll do this, which is good because now 2 creatures that I get, but now since he has open mana, he could probably. He's gonna do it again. So I don't gain life. I just gain the creatures, and I can attack. and gain a life back. But it's going to be, this flying is going to be annoying agent until I get something to, if I get one more land, I can cast this out and help me out. But overall, in general, that guy's just going to be annoying agent. Add 3 to the next. So yeah, that's going to make it a 4/2. And I have nothing. Well, I could block it with these two with that, but um, if I could do. So that will die. I want to say that doesn't. Oh. So now he doesn't have cards though, so all I just have left is this, but I'll have this. Can cast my Planeswalker out. I will be able to gain 2 life because I'm going to tick it up, put Permanent, Smith 1, 2 ticks, but that can also block it, so I mean it'll just bounce back and forth. So I'll just keep gaining life now, and this would be ticking up, but it can also kill it right away, so maybe I shouldn't have attacked with it, but I really don't have anything in my hand. It'll die right away. It's just nice that these will have permanent ticks for it now, so now we got another one. But it'll have summoning sickness, so I can't really use it. So, like I said, this is just going to be an annoying agent that I really can't delete it because I don't have any cards. Oh, but now it's going to kill it, so to speak, but I also gain 3 life from it, so we'll see. This may be I shouldn't say game over because we still have a lot of life left, but it possibly could be with the fact of he just killed my creature. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with it, but you know, you win some, you lose some, and it's all within the tactics of the gameplay. So I'm not going to block with it because then I lose the creature. I'll lose 8 life. Might as well attack and go down to 15. Now this one has lifelink, but I can also sacrifice it to a target enchantment. Like so, he has red and white, so I could sacrifice it and make this card have red or white protection, meaning that if they have a spell towards this creature, it can't be whatever color it is, it can't be casted towards that creature, which I really never use unless if it's a card that's really good, but more than likely I don't really use it, which resolve. He's going to scry 1, so what that means is he's going to look at the top card of his deck and see if he wants it. If he doesn't, then he'll put it on the bottom. If he does, he'll keep it on top. I didn't see if he kept it on top or bottom. It doesn't really matter because so 2, 4, 2, 6, 10. So that's 10. I'm probably going to block because then I'll gain. I'll pass that. Probably block that, even though it won't die. And I'll still be alive, so to speak. Now I just got another land. It's basically game over at this point. There's nothing really I can do. and it's 4, 8, but I gain a life, so he won't be able to kill me within this turn because that's 10 and I have 11. So I'll have, oh, I guess he will. I have a perfect 0. That's it for that game. This is like the best deck that I have. Obviously, I've won a game. So it'll give me 2 ticks, obviously, when I increase. And as this arena content keeps coming in, you'll see me increase, whether it be going up by tiers. I'll also uh, be going down my, because this is like the introduction video. I'll also break down my deck that I have. So you can go in decks, you can create your own decks. These are the decks that I've had. Through like Guilds of Ravnica, that's been like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. So I've got some of that because if you were to go to a game store or on Amazon or anything to buy, whether it be Planeswalker decks or booster boxes or whatnot, they give out codes within those. It'll be like, it's kind of, so to speak, kind of like if you were to get like a iTunes card and it's like you got a code and you got to type it in. That's what like it kind of will be mixed with letters and numbers. And then what you would do is you would go to the store, so to speak, whenever it would load, and then you'd redeem the code, and then it'll either, if it's like a Planeswalker deck box, which is what a Johnny's Inspiration, that's why I just kept the name of Johnny's Inspiration, then you'll get that certain deck. Just like Planeswalker deck Ral, Color of the Storms, I got that way back like 2 Christmases ago or whatnot with Guilds of Ravnica when I just started out, and then I eventually went to a game store and started playing. I didn't play it at first because I was like, yo, I don't understand the game yet, and I didn't even know this existed until like probably a year ago. So it's like, this has been a really fun game, so to speak, and so I'll break down my deck for the introduction video of me now going to be able to continue with this Magic Arena content. All right, so first, as you saw within the gameplay, I got Azleed of Life's Bounty. What that is, it's a lifelink. Lifelink, like it says in the description, damage dealt by the creature or Planeswalker or spell with lifelink also causes its controller to gain that much. So if I were to attack a creature, obviously with the 1 power, which is on the left, and then the life is on the right. So with 1 power, like if I were to attack that other player's life total, I would get 1 back because of the life link. And then, like I said, with the sacrifice to the gameplay, I can, with one mana, 1 land card that's open within this gameplay, that I can sacrifice it, meaning that I will basically put it into the graveyard and have another creature have a protection from, like the game that I had, whether it be white or red, so it wouldn't die. I could have done that to one of the Impressions Orators, that way, because the red cards normally like deal damage for it to be killed or exiled. Obviously, this is from Theros Beyond Death. I haven't really looked into some cards from Ikora that just came out. So who knows? Because one of the games I had where there was like a lot of mutating, and I was like, whoa, okay, now we really need to look into Ikora. Eventually, I'm getting the booster box within this coming up next week. So I'll do a video on that with the content, the new playlist of the content, stuff like that. So, that will be coming out shortly. I don't know when it's going to happen. Pretty soon, within a week or two. I just got to obviously get the booster box. It said it would be coming in the 21st through the 26th of this month. So sometime next weekend and so forth. And then I got Beloved Princess, like you've seen in the gameplay. The great thing about it is if the power 3 or greater, like I said with the attack power on the left, so if that is 3 or greater, for the opponent to have, that card can't block this card, and that card just goes through like I've done a couple of times before he gained monsters and basically slowly and surely eliminated me. So that's also a good card, and it has lifelink, so I gain life from that. Um, Ajani's Primate and Twin Wade Paddleon are basically kind of the same thing. It's whenever you gain life, you get a +1/+1 counter. The only difference with the Twin Blade Padawan, if my life, like you saw within that little oval type circle type thing, is if I were to have uh, life total of 25 or more, that Twin Wave Padawan gains double strike. So with Johnny's Primate, it just, as you gain life overall, it just keeps going up and up and up. It doesn't have any more special abilities. The Fencing Ace, like you saw in gameplay, it has double strike, so instead of attacking with that one, it'll do the first strike, which I guess is not necessarily blocking. Yeah, you can't really block from it. And then the second strike is when they actually like block from it or whatever it may be. Sometimes the computer is different compared to like gameplay in person, but it has double strikes. So instead of one, it will be two. Yeah, it still has one life, but overall in general, it'll attack a creature with two instead of one. That's why that 2/2 creature died, because of his health being two, and he had double strike. The Apache Orator, I only put two of them. I could put more, but within just keeping like variety of the deck. Whenever you have a creature that enters the battlefield, you gain one life. So it'd be nice if I had that card, and then putting creatures in, and especially with the Ajani's Primate and the Twin Wave Paddling, they would just keep going and going up, 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 and increase in life total. Savannah Sage, the 2/2, it doesn't have really much anything other than I gain two life when it enters the battlefield, which is nice whenever I put it in with the twin blade paddle in and Johnny's Primate. The Starfield Mystic, the only really good reason for this is whenever I have an enchantment that basically dies or whatever, it gains a +1/+1 counter. But whenever it's on the battlefield, it costs one less. So like right now, the Bashing Light, the Bashing Light and the Omen of the Sun are both 3 drops. So when the Starfield Mystic is in the battlefield, meaning that the card was in play, instead of a 3 drop, it's now a 2 drop. So it makes it more manageable throughout the deck to play it and maybe multiple creatures, since obviously like more than like about half of my creatures are either 1 drop or 2 drops, and so then I could be placing multiple, or say if I have 5 cards, I could put that out and then a Twin Wave Paddle in and start gaining life and stuff like that. Daxos, Blessed by the Sun, it's a legendary enchantment creature. The Devotion to White, so as you saw within the gameplay, that the 2 star-looking things on top of the with the yellow with the white circles, uh, the devotion to white. So whenever you see that within the cards of each creature, that's how much health it has. So say if I were to have 2 of these, it would be a 2/4, because there's 2 of the small little circle things, and then there's the 2 Assad circle things. So then it would just keep racking up health. It stays at 2 health unless if unless if I use like Moment of Heroism to make it a 2, and then whatever health it would be, or like a 4, whatever. Moment of Heroism. Um, Going into this one, it gains the target creature +2/+2 and gains lifelink until the end of the turn. So which that would be really nice. Obviously, like I said, with the Ajani Primate and the Twin Wade Paddling, that you gain life, and then those get ticked up one at a time. The Angel of Vitality. Obviously, you gotta have some implementation of, you got ground creatures and you got flying creatures, just like with the game that I just played with that annoying ancient of a flying creature. that you got to have flying with flying. Otherwise, there's also another terminology of reach. Reach means that they can block any flying creature. Obviously, I don't have any of those in this deck because white deck is not mostly known for reaching. It's more like of green or maybe what I've seen is green, maybe black. I have no idea. I've really just sticked with like one deck and I don't really pay attention to any other cards. But obviously, I have a collection of cards and stuff like that, so I can look at that and obviously show you my collection overall in general when it comes to obviously with the Korra booster box. And then I've got Theros Beyond Death booster box that I've opened obviously when it came out, and then Guilds of Ravnica, and then I have a fat pack and stuff like that from other sets too as well, so I can show you that stuff when it comes to the other playlist and MTG content. Um, Banishing Light, which is a good enchantment, it keeps it keeps the card on the playing field, like noticeable on the playing field, but it just takes away their ability. Like you're just basically eliminating that they can attack, they can block, and they can actually use the card. It just like stays and it just stores there until the enchantment is basically eliminated, and then they get that card back. But um, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. But like I said, with if I were to have Starfield Mystic instead of a 3-drop, it will be a 2-drop. Um, and then I got Omen of the Sun. What's nice about this, I'll get 2 uh, annoying agents, so to speak, because sometimes when you have so many human soldiers or human soldiers or whatever, like these are soldiers, you get these 2 annoying agents that people don't like because they're 1/1s and they can help you block, and so you stay on the battlefield a lot longer. And then I would take 3. It's a it's like 2 3-drops, so to speak, because unless if Starfield Mystic was there, but either way, the second 3rd drop is still a 3rd drop. It's a 3rd drop to place it in the battlefield, and then you can also sacrifice it because it doesn't attack, it doesn't do anything. It's just basically it gives you 2 white human soldiers, and whatever happens to the soldiers happens to the soldiers, and then you can sacrifice it to scry 2 cards. Like in the gameplay, the guy could scry 1 card, which meaning since this could scry 2, so you can look at the top 2 cards before your turn, your next turn, or if you have cards that can help you draw more cards and also place more cards, that you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and you can flop them. Say if you want the second card on top, you can plop that on top, or if you want to keep it the same, you just leave it as is. Or if you just don't like them at all, they're too big of a drops, like maybe they're 6, maybe they're 7, and you're still early in the game, you can put them both on the bottom. So it's kind of like shuffling, so to speak, in your deck. Or if you want one on top and one on bottom, you can do that as well. So that's nice about that. Um, Sworn Companions, like with the Omen of the Sun, I basically gain 2 annoying agents. I only have 1 card. I could possibly put another one, but in order to keep like creature to sorcery to spell instant type of ordeal. It's a perfect combo mix with this deck that I've created. I've won with it multiple times. Like I said, I've gotten to like the silver tier with it like 2 months ago. So it's not like a bad deck. It's just sometimes with now the new set coming out and everything, there's probably more better cards within those sets that have came out and that um, I need to like figure out what those cards are, play more games, be able to buy more packs or win more packs, whatever it may be, in order to get those cards. So, but the only difference with this is instead of them just being normal human soldiers, these guys have lifelink. So, like in all the cards before with lifelink, you attack the person with 1 health, unless if I get Moment of Heroism on them. How many attacks I get that much back in life. And then obviously with Twin Blade and a Johnny Primate, they would tick up and up and up. Next is the Dawning Angel. It's a 5. It's a 5-drop. So it's a flying, so obviously like with the Angel of Vitality, you want the perfect mix of flying and ground. So what's nice about this is it gains 4 life whenever it enters the battlefield, and so obviously, like I've been keep saying with the Twin Blade and a Johnny's Primate, it just keeps going up, and then obviously it'll help me with um, life total, and maybe help me get Twin Blade Paddling to do a double strike. Goldmane Griffin, it's another 5 drop. I only have one of the cards because these are big drops, because you're not going to get necessarily like 5 land cards within 2 or 3 turns. It may take 4 or 5, depending, maybe even more, depending if you're getting lands or if you're getting straight creatures that are like 2 or 3 drops. Obviously, like majority of it is 3 or below, because that's what you kind of want. You kind of want the mix, but you also want cards that can be damageable and help you gain life if possible, if that's what your strategy is, or whatever strategy it is to damage your opponent and gain life if necessary with the cards, and do whatever you need to do with your style of gameplay. So what this does is vigilance, so it doesn't tap. It's a 3/2, and what is nice with this is that when I cast this out, I can look for a Johnny's Primate. I would have to reveal it to my opponent, which is kind of the bummer, because then my opponent knows, hey, a Johnny's Primate is going to come out. Hopefully I get a card that can wipe it out, or yeah, like either wipe it out or kind of refuse me to have it laying on the battlefield, like with an absorb or some other rebuttal type card. And then it'll shuffle my deck, so then I start brand new, which is nice. With these 6 drops, obviously I only have 3 cards: 2 Ajani Primates, 2 not Ajani Primates, 2 Ajani Inspiring Leaders. I put 2 of them in there. Obviously I could swap it with a different card, but I put 2 in there because more than half of the time when people know, because say if I put the Goldmane Griffin, that they know that there's one Planeswalker, but then they don't know that I have another one, and they may have run out of cards that are like rebuttals, refusals of me laying it down. But back to Sierra's Guardian, it's flying, it's vigilance, and what's nice is all the creatures that I would have after that, whether if it's I'm just entering the battlefield or if they've been in the battlefield before, they all gain vigilance, so they don't tap, so they can block and attack all at the same time until they die, or if I win, which is nice. I have 2 Castle Ardenvales. I could add one more, but I feel like 2 is good enough. And then with the amount of lands, with making a kind of a perfect deck, and maybe a work in progress, so to speak, but I've won multiple times with it, so I feel like it's kind of like set in stone until obviously the set of standard is out of gameplay. But what this does is for it adds as a land when I can't do the 2 and the 2 more drops, which mean like colorless, meaning it could be black, red, white, blue, or green, and then the 2 white mana lands. Sorry, I just can't really think of talking. But what that does is it creates like more annoying agents, so to speak, with creating white human tokens, obviously shown next to it. That it just keeps creating them. So if I were to have, like, say, 8 land cards, 2 Castle Ardenvales, and then 6 of the plains lands, I can create 2 annoying agents because they would help me block and stuff like that, and just continuing to kind of be a bugger that maybe they may be almost done with me, but I'm saying, no, you're not almost done with me. I can create these, so to speak, annoying agents to keep me still alive and keep me more possibly in the game. But who knows, like maybe I maybe getting too big of a drop creature, or I just keep getting lands and I can't really do anything. This is what will keep me still in the game, so to speak, unless if they have flying cards that I can't block and they just have to slowly and surely eliminate me with the life total. So hopefully, oh, and then my sideboard is Charm Stray. So it's a lifelink, and then whenever I would have maybe 2, 3, or 4 charm strays. So the first charm stray will get a 4/4 because of it was first on the board, and then the second one will be a 3/3, and then the third one will be a 2/2, and then the last one will be a 1/1 because it's every single time a charmed stray is entered the battlefield, it gains a +1/+1. So which is nice, but obviously it's not in the deck as of right now, um, which probably could be nice, but I feel like I would put like 3 of them, like replacing beloved princess. But more than half of like the decks that I've played, uh, possibly are more than power 3 or greater. So then this beloved princess is kind of just like the annoying piece that they just have to deal with, and I just gain 1 life because you got a creature that is a power 3 or greater, and I can just go through like nonstop. The Healer's Hawk, I've been seeing like an MTG Goldfish, which is in a decent amount of decks with being in white, that is just a flying lifelink 1/1 creature. Obviously, with the Moment Heroism, I can make it a 3/3, or just other cards in general of boosting it up and being a flying lifelink creature. And then the Haunted Witness is kind of like the Sworn Companion, so to speak, but instead, Haunted Witness, it's its own creature. It's a human, but whenever it dies, it creates one white soldier creature with lifelink, and not when I cast Sworn Companions, it creates 2. And then Take Heart, I just see it just a target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn, and gain 1 life for every creature that you control that attacks. So hopefully you've liked the gameplay. Obviously, like I won't be posting every single uh, winning. It won't be like, oh, you're only going to post winning games. No, I will. Obviously, like this video is the introduction video of me losing to a good, decent deck with the Ikora stuff and all the other sets. Like I said, I found a way to now cast this. You can cast this in any multiple ways if you were to find it. Took me some time, but overall, in general, it will be um, coming out maybe, who knows. I don't know when it's going to be the situation with it, because um, with other videos that I have to make, and also maybe it could be an every other day type thing, or it all depends. Like maybe if I make like 3 of them, and then if the light goal of like maybe like 10 likes or something like that, or if I get a certain amount of views of people viewing this, then I may create more. But it all just depends. Or maybe I just make more. That way, it's like different challenges, whether it be with a already pre-constructed deck or a deck that I've created by myself, which I'll probably do in the next 2 videos. With the deck I try to kind of make with the Beyond Theros, I'll play that. That's like a red and green deck, and then the pre-constructed red and green deck, and see how different it can be. And even though you can just like fluctuate with the amount of cards and stuff like that. But sorry, this may be getting a little bit long, but I just wanted to show you a gameplay, show you my deck, get an introduction that now I finally found a way to record these, and more will come soon. And just hopefully you're having a great rest of your day or whenever you see this. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I have created YouTube, Instagram. I'll put that in the description with the username, and also on Discord if you were to like try to contact me or stuff like that. That way, I'm trying to get audience um, interaction and trying to see if any ideas that maybe you'd want to see. Obviously, my channel is still kind of new. It's within about a month or so, but now be kind of prepared for the booster box that's coming within a week. I'll try to get that video going as soon as I can, and obviously more videos soon to come with Magic the Gathering, and also other things as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel like I said before, and hopefully you're having a good rest of your day. And Peace out.